record on this computer. Hello, Lottie, and welcome to the podcast. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for joining me. I'm really looking forward to hearing a bit about your powerlifting journey so far, and obviously how things are going ahead of the games. So I guess we should probably start off really is, how have preparations been going for Paris?
Really good, thank you. Yeah, I can say I'm in probably the best shape I have been leading into any competition. Training's going well, and we're seeing very good numbers in training, which is exciting with the competition less than a month away now.
And I just wondered if you could tell us a little bit about your journey into powerlifting, because I understand you used to be a swimmer, but then sort of switched sports, around sort of 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. So I was a swimmer all through childhood, and then I every year I would go to an event called the Dwarf Sports Association National Games, which is an event held for people with dwarfism, to make it's to basically have people with dwarfism compete with each other to make them feel like they're in a fair competition. And it's a great fun event. And I went to try powerlifting as my friend had given it a go. I thought, oh, I'll have a crack at it. And I'd been doing strength training to support my swimming. So I gave it a go at the competition, and there were two people from British weightlifting there. And one of them, who is now my current coach, said to me, please, can you come and try out for a trial with us? Come to Loughborough University where we are based, and we'll just go from there. So I went to Loughborough University for a trial day and was put on the talented athlete program. And yeah, the rest is history.
And what is it that you enjoy about the sport that's obviously kept you, competing in it ever since?
I just love the fact you can be super strong and, especially as a woman, just lift ridiculous weights. And I just love, like, I can just see all my muscles like slowly like toning, and my triceps and slowly like popping out and whatnot. But I love the feeling of being strong and what I'm doing. And I used to, when I was in swimming, you'd be in a competition with 8 other athletes or so, and now I'm on the platform just on your own, and I actually do enjoy that because it's like, look what I can do. Because I think some people look at, especially people with dwarfism, people can be cruel, but they look at you, and then when you do what you do, they're thinking, oh wow, that is amazing. Because in some para sports, like for example in swimming, obviously I wouldn't be as fast as like the Olympic swimmers, but in my sport, if I look to the professional powerlifters, I'm starting to be stronger than them as well. So it's quite cool that we get that opportunity to be some of the strongest women in the world.
And I think I read that fairly recently you set a new PB of, I think it was 104 kilos, if that's right.
Yes.
So do you feel like you're in good form going into the games?
Yes, very good form. I've had some very good numbers in training, close to that, which I'm very happy with. And going into the games, I've had one number in my head. I go by the saying, if you can see it, you can believe it, you can achieve it. And I did that going into Georgia. And yeah, I've just got this one number in my head for Paris, and I think that's given me the momentum and the motivation just to work that extra harder and just to chase it down, because the numbers I'm seeing at the moment are very promising.
And what are your expectations going into the games?
Um, I'm just gonna go in and see what happens, because anything can happen on the day, as long as I have a good time and smile and just enjoy it, because it's gonna be a first games experience. Medals aren't, they could be an option, but for a first games, it's not expected, and I'm just going in to do what I can do best, which is lift. And as they say, anything can happen on the day, so whatever happens, happens.
And who do you expect to be your toughest competitors in the games?
So my main aim is to beat the girls fourth and below. So the Thai girl, a Thai girl, and a Vietnamese girl. I really want to overcome those two girls, because that would give me a position of fourth spot.
And how do you deal with sort of mental pressures of competing in elite sport?
I use visualization a lot. I really believe in, you can see it, you can achieve it, and I'm very positive about it all. Going into Georgia, I would say when I'm going to go to the games. I had it in my head I was, and I would always say that to people, because you can really, if you persuade your mind to do it, can you can do it, because you give yourself that reassurance. But when I did switch from swimming to lifting, I did first struggle because you are the only one on that platform and everyone's looking at you. But I do love it now because I get to kind of almost show off what I can do and just do what I do best. And I always will do a bit of self-talk on the platform. And you can see me being quite bubbly as well, which is noticed when my friends will family will watch, they'll notice that. But I just like to do what I do best and put a smile on my face doing it.
And what does a typical training week consist of for yourself?
So I train Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. On Monday I'll be on the bench, so I'll do some benching exercises, followed by some accessory work and core work, and that'll be the same Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. On Thursdays and Sundays, I'll be just in the gym doing back work and accessories. So I won't be on the bench, and then I do some shoulder health care work as well. But even when I'm not training, I'm still got to look after and protect my sporting journey with nutrition, sleep, mobility, and physio, and making sure I'm in top shape and knowing I can be in the best shape I can be.
And what's your favourite and least favourite parts of a training week?
Ooh. I love it all, if I'm honest. I love pushing myself. When it's warm though, it can be hard. Because it's tough in the heat and it can exhaust you and you can feel fatiguing, but I do love the challenge. Sometimes I won't look like I love it, but deep down I think I do love it.
And you've already mentioned physiotherapists that support you, but what other support staff do you have access to?
We've got a psychologist, nutritionist, lifestyle advisor, and yeah, physio as well. And then the coaches.
And what would you say has been the highlight of your powerlifting journey so far?
Probably now qualifying for the games in Paris, and then a competition back in 2023 where I first got into the rankings for Paris as well.
Who would you say has been the biggest influence on your sporting journey so far?
Growing up, it was always about Ellie Simmons. I had a vision board of her in my room with posters of like little newspaper snippets and all sorts of magazine articles because I wanted to be like her and be a Paralympian. And I was just obsessed, and I was just loved watching her. And yeah, she's who made me discover Paralympic sport. So it's, yeah, Ellie Simmons.
Have you ever had the chance to meet Ellie?
Yes, a few times at the Dwarf Games.
How was that? Were you, able to stay calm, or were you like a bit starstruck?
When I met her first time, I was only 11 years old, and I was so like quiet and in myself. But I've got a photo of when I first met her, but I was in real life. I think deep down I was going, "Oh my God, it's Ellie Simmons," because she showed me about what Paralympic sport was, and that's she's almost a reason why I'm here today.
You've mentioned obviously quite a bit about swimming. Did you play any other sports when you were younger? And did you have any other sporting idols?
I did all sorts, like name it, I did it. I used to love tennis, skiing. Um, I used to love being in the sea, like bodyboard and stuff like that. But I loved watching the Olympics and Paralympics growing up. Any athletes from the diving, I love Tom Daley to Adam Peaty in swimming. I'm really like a sports geek in a sense. It's almost like I study it, but um, no, I did anything sport wise that came my way. I was loving it, and any Olympian or Paralympian, I was like in awe of them.
And what would you say are the key attributes that make up a good powerlifter?
Discipline, um, intent, and yeah, what another one be? Discipline's a key one, I think, because you've got to have that willpower to do it, and you've got to create habits every day that go towards your goal. Like some of them may not be habits that you enjoy, but um, you've got to do them to be where you want to be, because you want to be going to bed every night knowing that you've done more than your competitors and knowing that you've done everything you can that day in order to be the best you can be.
And what do you think you'll do during the games to switch off, in between competition?
I mean, I'm sharing a room with all my teammates, which I think will be very fun but chaotic. I've seen all sorts to do in the games, but I'm quite keen on my social media and TikTok. So I've got a few videos planned, and yeah, I think just to take it all in, try everything I can, but obviously then protect my sport. But yeah, I would love to meet other athletes and other sports, and yeah, just enjoy the experience most of all.
And once you finish competing, are there any sports that you're hoping to be able to go and watch?
I think probably all sorts, but I'm probably have a go look at the swimming because I know I used to race with some of the people that are probably there now. Um, yeah, but there's so many athletics, anything, tennis. Because I used to love playing tennis when I was younger. But yeah, I think it would be nice to see the swimming because I used to race with some of the others who are now swimmers.
And I think I also read that I don't know if you're still studying or if you finished your studies now, but you were studying at Leeds Beckett University. What did you study and how was your experience at uni?
Yeah, so I studied sports science, and it was at the Leeds Trinity. There's two of them, so it gets confusing. But I studied sports and exercise science, and it wasn't easy, but it was worth it. My support staff at uni were incredible, and I was very grateful for them. And yeah, it made me it actually led into my current job, well, my part-time job out of sport, which is working with the NHS at GP surgery. But the studying and sport can be done. It's just challenging, but it can be done.
So my current full-time role is working as a physiotherapist in the
Oh.
NHS at Wokingham Hospital in Berkshire, where I live. Just wanted to, how have you found your experiences of working in the NHS so far?
Yeah, I love it. I love my patients. I love the environment of the GP surgery. All my colleagues are very supportive, and they are very excited for what's ahead. My patients will see me in public out of work and always come and speak to me. But I love it. I think I see some patients who don't see people that often or have got no one around, and I do take that time to talk to them because it's and they enjoy it and they always love seeing me and they always they always request the book and stuff. But I really enjoy it, and it's a nice little, almost like a switch off, but it's almost little thing I have outside sport, which is really good to enjoy.
How do you find juggling, obviously training and working? How do you find finding the balance?
So I only work twice a week, so 2 mornings, and I do train on one training. I do work on one training day, and so I'll work in the morning and then train in the afternoon, and then on the Tuesday, which is a rest day for me in my sport, I'll work in the morning, then usually recover and just reset Tuesday afternoon.
It sounds like obviously work and training keeps you very busy, but do you have any other hobbies and interests outside of those?
I have some goats I like to look after, and they can be therapeutic. Um, but yeah, usually it's just sport, work, or meeting up with friends and catching up.
Brilliant. Well, Lottie, thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Obviously, good luck for Paris. Fingers crossed for you. Be watching very closely, and hope you win gold. And look forward to hopefully being able to maybe catch up with you at some point after the games to hear out your experience and see how it goes.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Lottie.
Thank you.